What?
Did you pick a song yet?
Okay, fuck this.
If you haven't already binged the first season of HBO Max's Love Life, then what are you waiting for? This coming-of-age romantic drama comedy show follows Darby, Anna Kendrick, through all the trials and tribulations of dating in the 21st century. Each episode depicts a new guy, a new relationship, and ultimately a new breakup. You are probably wondering, it must be a pretty short relationship if it begins and ends in a half hour. Well, the show does an excellent job cramming in almost entire years or months of relationships into these short episodes. The show has quickly risen to the top of HBO Max ranking and has quickly been picked up for a second season, which you should see hit your screen around mid-2021. In today's video, we are going to cover the cast of the hit show and fascinating facts about them. If you're excited for today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Let's get into it. Anna Kendrick is Darby. We obviously had to start with the main character and executive producer, Anna Kendrick, who plays Darby. A little backstory on Darby: she grew up in a home that lacked love. Her parents had a bitter divorce and never really showed Darby the love that she so desperately craved. This lack of love and attention from her parents from a very early age has followed her into her adulthood. Darby struggles to keep and maintain healthy and meaningful romantic relationships. She will often keep quiet and be a pushover, as she is so afraid she will push people away if she speaks her true feelings. This behavior is evident throughout season 1 as we follow her throughout 10 different relationships. As the episodes progress, and after every terrible sad breakup, Darby learns more about herself and strives towards bettering herself in order to maintain healthier relationships. Now, you must be living under a rock if you don't know who Anna Kendrick is. Born and raised in Portland, the American actress and singer began her career in theater, starring in her first Broadway musical in 1998. From there, she blossomed, impressing those around her. Anna's breakout role came when she starred in the insanely popular Twilight Saga. Another film you are probably aware of starring Anna is Pitch Perfect. She played the main character in all 3 movies and ended up performing extremely well, gaining her global recognition for her work. Throughout her career, she has dated many fellow actors, including Edgar Wright in 2009, after they met on the set of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. They dated for about 4 years. Only a year after the pair split, she met her now fiance, Ben Richardson. The pair met while filming the movie Drinking Buddies. Another fascinating fact about Anna is that she actually has a soprano voice. If you weren't familiar already, she has a great singing voice and often displays this throughout her acting roles. Zoe Chao as Sarah Yang. Zoe Chao plays Sarah Yang in the hit TV show. You will notice a theme throughout this video. The show doesn't really cover or dive into the other characters' backstories, such as Darby's roommates and colleges, etc. The show puts all of its focus on highlighting Darby and the men she is dating. On the show, we never get to see a deep dive into Sarah's life, who happens to be Darby's best friend. From what we do see, she is a great addition to the show. Dubbed as the party girl who becomes a burnout, she is in a long-term relationship that can often seem stagnant, as they have become so comfortable with one another. Sarah is an intriguing character, as she shares so much in common with Darby, family issues and love issues, among many other life experiences. It is unfortunate that the show barely dives in to Sarah and her backstory. As for Zoe Chao, she is an American actress and stage writer. Like Anna Kendrick and many other actresses, she began her career performing in theater productions, some of which included La Jolla Playhouses and Surf Report. She then began appearing in TV shows and films, with her most notable appearance being in the American comedy series Strangers in 2017. As for Zoe's personal life, she has actually been best friends since the age of 3 with the director of Strangers, the show that put Chao's name on the map. When asked about this in an interview, she said, "We met on the first day of nursery school, and we were 3 years old and she was crying," Chao recalled, "and I said, 'Come play with me,' and 28 years later, we are still friends." As for Zoe Chao's love life, we don't have much information about this. If she does have a significant other, she is keeping it private, and honestly, we respect that. Peter Vack is Jim. Another prominent character featured in the first season of Love Life is Jim, who is played by Peter Vack. Jim is different from all the other men in the show, mainly because he is not a love interest of Darby's. Instead, he is the long-term partner of Sarah, Darby's best friend and roommate. Unfortunately, just like Sarah, we never really get to see a deep dive into Jim's past or ever see a scene with just him and Sarah, touching on their relationship. However, Jim is a great guy and adds a great touch to the show. He comes from a very loving and large Jewish family, and you can tell he has a big heart and deeply cares about all the people around him. As for Peter Vack, he is an American actor, writer, director, and producer whose real name is actually Peter S. Brown. Peter was born and raised in the heart of New York City. His father, Ronald Brown, is actually a movie producer and writer. We suspect this is where Peter got his inspiration and career goals from. Not only is his father a part of the Hollywood world, but his younger sister, Betsy, is also an actress and writer. You could say Peter was born to act and follow in his father's footsteps. Although he isn't a super well-known actor, he has still starred in some notable TV series and films. He began his career making small appearances in popular shows such as Cold Case and Law & Order Special Victims. In recent years, he starred in Brittany Runs a Marathon, which featured on Amazon Prime, and Someone Great, which did extremely well on Netflix. Come 2020, he got a lead role in Love Life, only boosting his career history. As for his relationship status, Peter keeps this on the down low. Many believe he is currently single, so if you are a Jim fan in Love Life, then you're in luck. Jin Ha as Augie Zhang. In season 1 of Love Life, Jin Ha plays the character Augie Zhang, one of the men Darby dated. This is the first of Darby's major relationships. Augie Zhang is a witty reporter who Darby meets at karaoke. He is a Broadway performer that impressed Darby, with the pair quickly forming a strong bond. The couple even ended up having a child together. However, just like Darby's other relationships throughout the show, Augie wasn't the one for her. Regardless, the pair continued to co-parent their child and kept a good platonic, mature friendship relationship. Jin Ha is a Korean-American actor and a graduate from NYU Tisch School of the Arts MFA acting program. Wow, that was a mouthful. Jin's true passion in life is acting, but before beginning a career in this field, he almost pursued a career in finance. This is probably due to the strict rules and expectations from Asian parents for their child to succeed and make a decent living for themselves. Just like many of his co-stars, Jin hit the theater scene soon after graduating. He excelled and featured in productions including the famous Hamilton, playing the notable Aaron Burr. Jin also has a colorful list of hobbies and pastimes. He is deeply invested in social justice, actively and publicly supporting organizations such as Planned Parenthood, Trans Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, and the Bernie Sanders campaign. Jin is also a very skilled singer, fluent in Mandarin, and is even trained in stage combat. He is also extremely musical, playing the violin, guitar, and even the Australian instrument, the didgeridoo. It is very clear just how talented Jin is, and we are sure you will see him in many more series and films over the next decade or so. Sasha Compare as Mallory. Sasha Compare plays Mallory in the show. Mallory is one of Darby's roommates and seemingly one of her close friends. Mallory as a character received backlash after the show aired. Many viewed this character as a low point in the show. She often feels and expresses that she is the token black person who exists only to tick off that box. She is also lesbian, which felt like it was implemented just to acknowledge New York's queer population. In no way is this Sasha's doing. The show just didn't do a very good job giving Mallory time in the spotlight. Viewers barely get to know anything about Mallory and who she is as a person. We aren't even sure if she is Darby's friend or just there to play the roommate role. Regardless, we wish the show had delved a little bit more into who Mallory is and her backstory. As for Sasha Compare, she is an American actress. She graduated from the University of Michigan with a degree in business and a minor in the dramatic arts. As you could probably already tell, she did more with her arts minor than her business degree, and it worked out in her favor. Sasha's breakout role came when she became a series regular on Miracle Workers, stating that this role changed my life. Following this role, she began landing jobs including on HBO's hit show Love Life. Just like many of her co-stars, her personal life is very private. We are unsure of her relationship status, sexual orientation, and really anything about her family and private life. However, we don't blame her for doing this, as it must be hard having everyone up in your business. Unfortunately, that is all we can fit in today's video, but if you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to see similar content from us.